All right. Welcome to another episode of Bro versus Bro podcast, and I'm the GOAT coach, T Flow.
It's your boy Sean the Pod, Don.
It's your boy J Mo, Jew Jugs. Let's get it.
Hey guys, what's going on, man? We are going to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. No, they are a hot topic all the time. LeBron James in the game. The Lakers are currently under. No, hold on, they lost last night, right? So they are currently under 500. And the question is, will it be 500 by the All-Star weekend? And what did LeBron James mean by the hourglass post? Now, I seen LeBron James last night on a press conference, and my dog seemed pissed. They asked him about gameplay from his players, and I think somebody cut it short, said no more questions, and he was like, I'm glad you said that or something to the
Yeah, I'm glad you cut me off. I was finna go off. Yeah.
So
he kind of did. He kind of did, but
yeah, go ahead, take on you.
So what I want to say about that, the hourglass post, I'm not really sure on that. There's so many different takes you could take on that. I'm not sure if he's saying that his time is only so much limited, only so much left. I'm not sure it's saying it's just so many different takes I could take on that. But what I do know is this right here. Everyone knows he wants to play with his son. So my take from the hourglass is there's only so much time left in LA. Wherever his son gets drafted at, that's where he's going to go play at, to my understanding. He'll take his free agency and go play for them no matter where his son's at. So I think that's what the hourglass, to my opinion, but what is that? But will we be above 500 by All-Star break? I think we could possibly be. The deal right now, the talks is the DeJounte Murray from the Atlanta Hawks, and if we get him, to me, that wasn't my favorite pick. I would have rather us went out after Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is more of a win now type player. Devontae is you still filling that spot. We need somebody that could take over when LeBron comes out of the game and AD is in there by himself. So if LeBron was saying with the hourglass, my time's short, you guys need to make a move now, then that's giving front office a notice, and that's another thing I could take away from that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. What you think, Pooh?
I agree with you. Definitely, because the hourglass was on the bottom, so it seemed like he finna flip that motherfucker, and it'd be like y'all motherfuckers on the clock. That's what I think. It was at the bottom, and in order to get it running, you got to flip it over. Once you flip it over, that shit mean, hey man, y'all on the clock. Y'all better do something. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, time running out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 40 years old. Year 21st. I need to win now.
Right
What
now.
y'all gonna do? Trade deadline February the 8th. What y'all gonna do, man? Like I said, I'm trying to win right now. And Darvin Ham, it could mean, it could mean he on his ass on the clock. Like you said, you can interpret a lot of things, but it could mean Darvin Ham, your ass on the clock. You see how he was looking at him crazy the other day. You know what I'm saying? In one of them pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had that look like goddamn
He was
motherfucker,
mugging.
goddamn shit. But I agree with you. Bottom line, it means time running out.
I'm gonna ask you.
Okay. Hold on, let me ask one more. So with that being said, if the trade line is with a week, it's just said week out, who goes? I mean, who's gone? If they got to try to bring a shooter in to keep points going on while LeBron or AD is taking a break, who's gone?
All the rumors say Russ, man, D'Angelo Russell. That's what all the rumors say.
He's first on the list because he's not what we expected.
He's the top.
He's not what we expected. We didn't get the potential that we expected out here. And you got to remember now, we drafted this guy.
Right.
We drafted this guy and traded him before.
And brought him
so
back.
We've already dealt your ass one time. Excuse me. We could deal you again. You're supposed to come back balling for us. You get what I'm saying? Now, he showed off a little bit in the playoffs. Chance. Yeah, he got a second chance, but it was a part of a package deal how he got back to us. It wasn't like we went out and said, hey, we want this guy right here that's going to be our guy again. We shouldn't have let him go.
Right. He was
No, that
part of
was
The Russell Westbrook deal.
yeah, he was part of the Russell Westbrook deal. We had to get Westbrook out of there. We had to bring in some new younger talent. Darwin Ham, I think, overachieved last year. Personally, no
Yeah.
one's seen us in that Western Conference Finals.
Nobody,
So to
man.
say he's on the hot seat, I kind of slow
Hey,
down
man.
on that a little bit.
You seen how the Bucks did? They coach, man. People want to
Yeah,
win
but
now,
but
Drew.
he hadn't went anywhere. It's a difference. Like you
They
were
was
literally
30 and
in.
13.
I understand, but literally last
Mm.
year we were in the Western Conference Final with this guy. This guy's walking into this team 30 and 13 that we gave and put together a team for you with Damian Lillard and the Greek Freak, who's possibly the best player in the game. Now, when we put this team together for you, we wanted you to manage it. So they fired him for more of what we discussed last week, a locker room. It wasn't about winning now.
I got you. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Locker
It's
room
two
stuff.
different
Yeah.
scenarios. You get what I'm
True.
saying?
True.
So
Yeah.
Darwin has a relationship with them boys. They've been there last year. They were 4 games away, like I said before. I do think we'll be right around the 500 mark come All-Star break. And LeBron last night, he didn't really get to say it in the interview, but if you guys checked out his tweet, he kind of went on Twitter last night and finished ranting on what he would have said in the interview. He
Oh
said,
man, I did.
yeah, he said we could have. He said we could on any given night beat any team in the NBA, and then
I
on
seen
any
that. Yeah.
given night we could get our ass kicked. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he reposted
Yeah.
that to Twitter. He just, is speaking on the state where we're at right now. We're playing nonchalant ball, like I told y'all before. Got them skates on. You know how you just out there skating. You know what I'm saying? Going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't full time yet. It ain't time to hit them loops and pull them tricks off. And
But check this out. I remember a couple of weeks ago when we sat down, Sean the Pod Don said that there's certain games that we still need to win, regardless if we're cruising or not. Do you think
Yeah.
the Lakers are winning those games? And
No.
last
We
night
supposed
against
to
the
beat
Hawks,
Atlanta. We supposed
yeah,
to beat Houston.
yeah. We
It's two
lost two
games back to
back-to-back
back that
games that
we.
we should have won. You're right.
Yeah.
I totally agree on that. And doing that, I think, is more so trade value right now too. It's like when we got Paul Gasol, is where you want to be, and you could be playing certain players more than other players at times. So like D'Lo is who we're shopping right now. So if you're getting more burn time right now and there, trying to show everybody else what you're getting, and
Right. Showcase. Yep.
he's
Got to
playing
showcase.
below.
Hey,
He's playing below his greatness.
Juven, do me a favor real quick.
Yes,
Since
sir.
you got the computer up, can you tell me the next 5 to 7 games? I know we got Boston coming up, and I know we got the
So if
Knicks
you're
coming
looking
up.
at the schedule, we play Boston.
That's an L.
See, that's the thing with us. Win the games that people don't think we're gonna win. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
We
true,
go
true. But
ball out.
but 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 you ain't
We
been
got
put your money on it.
we're on the road. We're on the road. We got
Oh
Boston.
man, it's an L.
We got the Knicks. The Knicks are playing phenomenal right now with
They hot. They on a
OG,
hot streak right now.
and they made that big trade. They got OG and they got that other guy. They can't remember what
But
OG.
Julius Randle hurt, so we got a chance to win that game. And Bron, they like to play good in
Out
the
of our
Garden,
next four
watch the
games,
lights.
we should go 500. We got Boston, New York Knicks, the Hornets, and then we're
Beat
back
them.
home against the Nuggets. I see us losing to the
Ooh,
Nuggets, possibly the Celtics. We should take the Knicks and the Hornets. That's 500. That right
okay,
there is the trade deadline. That is February 8th. So we'll be
okay.
2 games up under 500 at the time? No, one
and
game.
then
We're 1 game up under 500 now. So if
and
we go
then
500, then yeah.
I was gonna say, then a week after that, I think week and a half after that, we have the All-Star break, the All-Star weekend.
Yep.
Yes.
So at that point right there, I mean, what point do we start saying, hey, it's time to get shit in gear? What's going to be the roster? Who we rolling with? It's time to make this run.
Yeah, that time is fastly approaching. You say the trade
Exactly.
deadline is really like now. Now is
Okay, our
when
last game before
they're
All-Star
talking
break.
about it right now.
Our last game before All-Star break is on Valentine's Day. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2
Shit,
weeks.
today the last day of
7.
January. That's 2 weeks.
7 games. We have 7 games until the All-Star break. Out of those 7 games, we must go 4-3 to be 500 on the head at All-Star break. I can
That's very
see us.
doable.
Yeah, I can
Very
see us
doable.
1-4 because we play, like I said, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Hornets. If we 2-1 right then, by the time we get to the Nuggets at home, that's 2-2. We have the Pelicans, that's a toss-up game, Detroit and Utah.
We should beat
We
both
could
of them.
possibly be above 500,
Yeah,
but I
possibly.
see us 1 to 2 games above 500 come All-Star break. Quote me on that.
Okay. All right.
What do you think LeBron, in closing, what do you think LeBron James personally has to do to motivate his teammates? And do you think doing press conferences like he did, saying some of the things that lead to speculation, do you think that helps the locker room?
Me personally, I agree. He said he ain't got to do shit, man. Do your job. Do your job. You getting paid millions. You getting paid millions and do your job. Now, one thing I don't
So
like
you say,
about
you agree with what LeBron said? You agree with
yeah,
what he said?
yeah, I agree. The only thing I don't
You
like
know
what
he's going
LeBron
to
do
agree.
sometimes. The only thing I don't like what LeBron do sometimes. Coach Steve Flo. He done dropped
He
off.
dropped the signal.
Oh shit! Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
We
we
hear
can.
you. Okay, look. Only thing I don't like about him sometimes is during the game, his body language. Sometimes when he got, he drop his shoulder, somebody make a bad play, he get deflated. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I don't like. Like you say, we on the field right now. You know what I'm saying? We on the battlefield, so you got to give the troops hope, man. You can't be moping around and doing all that on the court.
Finger
First
pointing
game,
on the court. You're a leader. You're a leader. You can't be finger pointing on the court. You're a 20-year leader. You're not a 20-year veteran. You're 20. I can't hear you. You went mute. You went mute, Pooh.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Call
there you
had
go.
came through.
All right. Yeah, so he's a 20-year leader, not a 20-year veteran. I just expect more from my leader. You get what I'm
Right,
saying? Like,
right.
as a leader, some of them guys, you got to think, some of these guys on that team, 3 years older than LeBron's son, 2 years older than LeBron's son. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
literally be these guys' dad. These guys don't need to hear that from you. They need a leader. They need leadership. Speaking of, they need leadership. They need to be shown, not told. You feel me? How do we say? How our parents said?
right.
I say not as I do, but a lot of time people do is what they see. You get what I'm saying? So
I get
if
exactly
they
what you're
see you
saying.
doing these type moves and doing all that, what do you think their language is going to be? We need you to show up and be a leader at all
I
times.
agree.
You get
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I
Yeah.
agree.
All
But
right, guys. Go ahead, Pooh.
nah, like I said, sometimes you motivate guys. Like I said, I just agree, man. In a press conference, you can kind of motivate like that through the press a little bit. But I agree with you exactly on that court, man. He got to give him hope, man. He got to big him up, man. Even though Kobe ain't doing like that all the time. Now Kobe used to give Joker that side eye and all that, man. Know what I'm
Now
saying?
Kobe gonna go over there and get on their ass in the game. He gonna be
Yeah.
like this right here. He gonna be on them in the game, telling them what they need to do. And guess what? He'll turn a winner out of Sasha Voyage. He'll turn a winner out of goddamn Luke Walton. We didn't need an all-star team. We didn't need 4 players. Kobe took players that nobody else could win with. I'm talking about anywhere. These guys can't even make a fucking team without Kobe Bryant. You get what I'm saying? And he made them champions. Yeah, like seriously. Seriously.
Okay.
Think about that. He had Smush Parker them in the playoffs back-to-back years. That guy didn't make a NBA roster after he left the Lakers. You feel me?
Okay.
So you said Kobe Bryant made players great?
Made them great. How they say Braun made players better, but we all seen their numbers go down. Even somebody spoke out on that one time. Jay Crowder, he played with Braun in Cleveland, and he guarded Braun on other teams too. And he got a kind of chip against Braun. He liked him as a player, but almost like how he gave Kevin Love a panic attack. That man was a some nights 20-20 guy in Minnesota, but he get with LeBron, and all of a sudden his numbers go down, and he's not an elite player no more.
Come
You get what
on,
I'm
man. He
saying?
a third wheel, though, man.
Chris
Oh, you gotta be
Bosh.
fair. Now, whoa, you gotta be fair. Kevin Love is a
Listen,
third
everybody
wheel.
only have
You're
one
not gonna
ball to
have
share.
20-20 and you the third wheel.
Everybody only has one ball to share. But when you are a great player, you gotta distribute. What I said about Steph the other day: distribute that ball equally. See, Bron plays the role.
Speaking of Steph, didn't Steph numbers go down once KD got on the team?
Yes, he did.
Yes,
But
they
that was
did.
due to Steph. Listen what I'm saying. You making my point. That was due to Steph the Fern. He's the leader. He didn't say my number's gonna stay the same and nigga gonna go down. My number's gonna go down because I'm gonna
Because
make
KD was
KD
a
look
better
better.
player, though. KD
Because
was a
I'm gonna
better
give
player.
him
He
the
needed
ball
KD to
and
score.
make his
LeBron was a
numbers.
better player.
I'm gonna give him the ball and make his number better. I outscored him the year before because I was the
And,
unanimous
and then,
MVP and scoring champ.
one more thing on that topic
Steph
before we
Curry
go.
was the. I'm gonna ask you another question.
Okay.
LeBron might be the leading scorer all time. How many years have he led the NBA in scoring? Tell me that.
1.
Out of 20 years, right?
That's amazing. That means his consistency is just been off the
Listen,
chart
what I just want
every
you
year.
to take this. I just want you to take this narrative into what I'm saying.
Okay.
Kevin Durant has led the league in scoring titles a few times. Steph at 6 foot something. Now you talking about a guy that's 6'8", 260. Y'all say the most unstoppable. But if he's so unstoppable, why he wasn't leading the league in scoring year after year? Michael Jordan has 6 scoring titles.
Okay,
Every
but
year
check
he
this
led.
out. But
No,
okay, but check
excuse
this
me. I'm
out.
just for 1 second.
Down.
He has 10 scoring titles. Let me
make the case
correct that.
against you.
He has 10
Make a
scoring
case against you.
titles.
A guy that's never led the league in score number 1 time. He's an all-time leading scorer. So how? I mean, I'm more impressed with that.
That's
Like you said, he's only did it
listen,
1 time. But Kobe played 20. Kobe ain't. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of Michael Jordan, he passed
Kobe
Michael Jordan on
played
the all-time
20. He
scoring
was
list
injured
by
2 of
scoring
those
less
years.
points.
Excuse me.
Taking less shots.
Kobe played 20, injured 2 of those years. Let's straighten that up.
LeBron
18 years.
LeBron low
18 years. LeBron's been 20
load
years
managers. Kobe
consistently
played
playing
82
though.
game season. LeBron load
Listen
managers.
what I'm saying. Kobe had 2 full seasons that he damn near didn't play. LeBron
played a 56
20,
game season. He missed
No,
games
sir.
too.
No, sir. He's never tore his Achilles and missed the season.
LeBron passed.
He's
Kobe
never had to
all-time
have
scoring list
shoulder
by taking
surgery and miss a
1,300
season,
net
bro.
shots.
I'm not here to argue or debate any of that with
Because you
LeBron.
can't facts. You can't
All I'm
argue facts.
stating is this right here. The man's only led the league 1 time in scoring. So when you be saying go all this stat stuff, and Michael Jordan led the league 10 times. Look at my fan. Look at my hand.
It only been to the final 6 times. That's a lot of shit.
Listen, hold on. Just take this narrative in. But every time he went, them 6 times he went, he led the league in scoring. He was the best first team defense. How many times LeBron made first team defense?
A couple of times.
Okay, Kobe has more time than first team. That's another problem with our team right now. He could go put up the offensive numbers. Where you at on defense, old man? With these kids running by you. With these kids, that's what I be meaning by be a leader. Don't have a guy dropping. Don't have Jason Tatum over here dropping 40 on you, and then you want to go off on somebody else.
Did Kobe make the playoffs his last 6 seasons?
Excuse me?
Did Kobe make the playoffs his last 6 seasons? It's a yes or no question, sir.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, his last 5 seasons.
No.
Okay,
he was hurt. He was hurt 2.5 years out of the last 5.
Okay, so what about the other 2 or something there?
He was coming back from injury. What are we talking about? Stop trying to insult the man's greatness. Okay, now you want to do that? You want to do that? Here's another narrative for you. Kobe got 5 out of 7 with no multiple. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. With no multiple Hall of Famers on his team.
He lost with multiple Hall of Famers. He got multiple Hall of Famers. Shoot him. He had the most dominant center ever in Shaq. The man was a Robin for his first 3 championships. His first finals, he averaged 16 points.
And they won all those. Man. And when they fell out, it was something behind Kobe totally different. Nothing on the court, bro. Everyone knows the story. Everyone knows Kobe.
I'm just bigging up my guy.
Everyone knows that he threw Shaq up under the bus. Everybody knew that him and Shaq was beefing because Shaq going through a whole divorce behind it. I remember people saying Kobe is snitching. They didn't like him because of that. And they didn't start back liking him until the man died. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously. Like, Kobe did what LeBron couldn't do. Dwight Howard beat LeBron. Let's get it straight. Right here in Orlando, that year they made them Muppets.
I'm glad you brought him up.
That year, I'm going to send a commercial to you, too. I'm gonna send that commercial to you too, Blue. We're gonna have this topic. We're gonna have this topic on another day. I'm gonna send Blue this commercial.
Did Kobe win a championship with Dwight Howard in his prime?
No.
Okay, then Bron did. Just like DJ Khaled said, God did. Bron did.
Bro, he wasn't in his prime. Dwight wasn't in his prime.
Exactly. So it's worse with LeBron. Kobe had him in the prime. Bron didn't, and he
He
made
was
him
coming off the bench. He wasn't a focal player. That nigga was a role player when he played with Bron.
But he was a
AD them was
starter
there.
with Kobe.
AD them was there. AD them was there.
Bron,
all right, guys. We gonna get back to Kobe. Yeah, y'all boy turned up by Kobe, LeBron, LeBron.
Hey, when you speak of
GOAT,
man,
Kobe, but now by LeBron.
When
Kobe,
you speak of Kobe, man, just know that it's Jordan, and I'm a Kobe fan. And Kobe not even my best Laker ever. Blue, I'm old school. You know who my favorite Laker is?
What, Magic?
Irvin Magic Johnson. Now, if you want to talk about a guy that's 6'8", 240 pounds, to this day, he didn't play for 14 seasons, right? But two of them, his last two, he had age, so they wasn't really letting him play. But to this day, he has more playoff triple doubles than LeBron. LeBron played 20 seasons. He done got more playoff triple doubles than LeBron to this day.
Look how great LeBron is. He done brought up Jordan. He done brought up Kobe.
Oh, but you say he the greatest of all time. Well, I'm not finished. Nine championships.
Okay. Hey, guys. Look, man. You was dripped up and draped out last week in the 49ers drip. You was dripped head to toe in the 49ers. And you were right, man. Your 49ers put down the Detroit Lions. So, do you feel like the scrutiny, because we've been covering in the shorts Brock Purdy all week, but do you feel that Brock Purdy has done enough to silence the critics, or does he need to win the big dance to solidify himself as an elite quarterback in this league?
I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many years have Brock Purdy been in the league?
2.
Okay. Justin Herbert.
Say it again now. You were breaking up, bro. Hold on. Say it again. You broke up. What'd you ask?
How many years has he been in the league? Poodle Don said 2, right? Okay. So Justin Herbert got $300-something million in LA Chargers, and he's been in the league 4 or 5 years. They say he's elite, but he's only had one playoff win. Lamar Jackson just went to the AFC Championships, won the Super Bowl, won the MVP, probably about to win the second. Brock Purdy's numbers better than his all year. Just brought his team back to win the NFC Championship game. They paid Dak Prescott all that money, say he's their guy in Dallas, franchise quarterback. Dak didn't have the year Purdy had. It's several other players I can name. Trevor Lawrence, Tua, all these guys, right? So Brock Purdy, here this guy is, last pick in the draft, went to the NFC Championship game his very first year. 7 straight starts his first year. The only game he lost was that NFC Championship game where he broke his hand on the first drive of the game, right? So he's out. I technically say he's 7-0 right there. He comes into this season. He has 3 losses as a starting quarterback. He caught his fourth loss against the Ravens, right? 4 losses in 2 years. Undefeated in the playoffs. Brought your team back twice. Against the Rams, down. They need a touchdown to win. You did it. Against the Detroit Lions, down 17 in the second half. They need you to play your best performance, and you did it. What else does this man have to do to be considered elite? I'm trying to see what the word elite even means at this point, because you can pay Justin Herbert, you can pay all these other people. What does this man have to do? Like, seriously, like, tell me, what does he have to do? Because he's did everything. It's just being that when you're not put up there from the beginning, like say Patrick Mahomes was, or Josh Allen, or these guys where they're high picked in the draft, and they're already expecting so much of you, and then you come in the league, and here you are, Mr. Irrelevant, just doing your job, scrambling, making plays with your feet, because we all see how 4th down, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, scrambling, making plays. We've seen it several times, man. Like I said, man has 4 career losses. I don't even count the loss in the playoff because he broke his hand in the first drive, but it's technically 5 in 2 years. What other quarterback in these past 2 years has a better record than Brock Purdy? And people going to tell me, oh, he has weapons around him. He has to get the ball to these weapons. And not only did he get it to him, he outperformed every other quarterback in the league doing the best quarterback rating, the best quarterback completion percentage. What's this man have to do to be considered elite? Seriously, we got to take our blinders off, you know?
Let's go, Pod.
Hey, man, that's a clip, man. That's a real, man. You know what I'm saying? Stamp that shit right now. That man just spoke the gospel, man. You know what I'm saying? I agree with him 100%, man. At this point, ain't nothing else to prove, man. He done did everything. He's an NFC championship game. He's won all kind of ways. When it needed him to make the big play, either with his arm or with his leg, he makes it. So, hey, man, I mean, the man is going to the Super Bowl. We were saying this all year. We need to see him in pressurized situation. We need to see him when it's on him to win the game. He done it. Down 17. He came back on them folks.
So he's proven. He's proving
it. He's proving it. So one more game. So you mean to tell me one more game? If he plays bad, then we got to erase all them other games that we just
That's
seen.
the point I'm making. Thank you, Pooh. That's the point I'm making right there.
Okay,
if he was to lose this game, he would only have 6 losses in his career.
With that being said, with the phenomenal year he had, do you think that he might leapfrog Lamar Jackson for the MVP? And I mean, I heard what you both said. You both just spoke highly of him. You put him against the best elite quarterbacks and show how he ranked against them. He's going to the Super Bowl. So is that possible? Did he have a good enough year?
I say no, because they don't give you the MVP off the playoffs. If that was the case, he'll still be in the running. The MVP is
it's a regular season award.
Yeah, it's a regular season, and they had already determined that Lamar had a better season. Even though I made the case at the time he didn't, he was more spectacular. He had a better defense, a better Purdy had a better offense with more offensive weapons, but no doubt.
What was San Francisco record at the end of the regular season?
12-5, one game behind the Ravens, 13-4.
Both of them were the number one seed.
Both of them were the number one seed in their conference.
I just think maybe the only argument against Brock Purdy as the MVP is you take Lamar Jackson off that team, they ain't going nowhere. Kyle Shanahan's system, you can plug in a Jimmy Garoppolo, they going to the Super Bowl. A Brock Purdy, you know what I'm saying? And they got an MVP, a player that was in the MVP running in Christian McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not right, but that would take the argument away from him. You know what I'm saying?
You're right on that.
So that makes the argument that he's just a game manager, nothing special.
That's what they say, but
that's what they say, man. But
it's not like you can put any quarterback in this system, and just because it's the coach's system, they're going to excel.
But man, I know he made me a believer, man. Them plays he made with his leg, them plays we wanted Lamar to make that he didn't make, but Brock Purdy did. That made me say, hey man, all the game manager shit, even like you say, even the word elite game manager. I'm taking that word off when it comes to him, man. The guy's a ball player, man.
This is my whole thing right here. When you say plugging other people in, Blue, you could plug other people in. The team still had that success based off our defense from years before. But our defense, everyone's seen it, kind of fell off a little bit this year. We weren't that same. We were in the second half when we needed to be. That's when they pulled Chase Young. I don't know if y'all watched the game, but they pulled Chase Young. That's why they were talking about not starting him in this game right here, because we made that big trade from Washington to get him.
Yeah,
and him and Bosa played with each other in Ohio State on teams, so that's why they had that chemistry. But he's just not a run stopper. That's why we were getting ran on. But when you lose on that defense, that means you got to make up for more points on your offense. Even though he had the weapons, like he's saying, you can plug in other people, but when you plug him in this year, he beat Joe Montana record. I said this last time. Joe Montana's single season passing record. Jerry, Steve Young, and they had Jerry Rice.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
had John Taylor on the other side, Ricky Waters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the team was stacked. They had Deion, Ken Norton Jr., all them. Like that team was stacked, and they still didn't put up the numbers that he put up this year. So
Yeah, because y'all got Debo, y'all got Christian McCaffrey, y'all
we
got
had for
Ayuka,
first
y'all
time in
got
history.
Kittles, y'all
Listen,
got Kittles.
first time
Y'all
in
got a
history.
squad too now. The boys
Yeah,
ain't no
first.
fools.
That's what I'm saying. But he had to get it to him. So first time in history, we've had 4 players on our team. This only team do this. 4 offensive players all have 1,000 yards, and he got
Wow.
them that ball to make them have that
Wow.
1,000 yard. Brandon
Wow.
Ayuk,
Wow.
Kittle, Christian
Wow.
McCaffrey,
Wow.
and Debo, all 1,000 yard players. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a
See,
great.
that's
I
what
mean,
I'm
that's
looking
great.
for the Super Bowl. It ain't Brock versus Mahomes.
Well, hold on. Christian McCaffrey, he got 1,000 yard receiving too? Or just
Yeah, I
rushing?
think rushing and receiving combined.
Damn.
He's offensive player of the year.
Okay. I
Christian
see why.
McCaffrey is offensive player of the year.
2,000 all
He,
purpose yards.
yeah,
Um,
Christian McCaffrey
we
got
talked
it.
we talked about this yesterday. What are some of the pros about Brock Purdy, about his gameplay going to this game? And same question for his opponent, Patrick Mahomes. Put out.
Well, you know what? The people already got mines, man. They got mines yesterday. The other day we did it, man. Let me let my boy Juke. I'm curious to see what he want to. No, I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
curious to see what he
So
want.
He's handing it off. He's handing it off, Jew.
it's not a Purdy versus Mahomes thing, like I told people before. Even though it's a legacy game for both of them.
I mean, just from the quarterback play, just give me some of the pros in his
Okay.
quarterback play, and then some of the cons.
Like what they need to do or whatever
Okay.
you feel.
Purdy, what they need to do to make him excel is get the ball out of his hand quick. You get what I'm saying? Get the ball out of his hand quick because you got that rush coming from Chris Jones. Then if he holds the ball too long, that's an ultimate con because Chris Jones that D line is not playing. Also, he needs to not try to overthink it and stretch it down the field all the time, but take what the defense gives him.
He did that last game to me in the second half.
Because
Yeah.
they're going to give him a lot. Because with all them, like you said, with all them weapons, somebody's always going to be. You can't double and keep all them guys contained. So you got to just take what the defense gives you. That's the pro I'm gonna give him. If he does that, he's gonna excel. If he holds the ball too long, it's definitely a con. If they don't rely on that running game, it's definitely a con for him. I think Christian McCaffrey gives us the edge in that game too, because our run game is going to be just as dominant as our down the field game. Patrick Mahomes on the other side. If we could get a pass rush on Patrick Mahomes, the only time he's lost in Super Bowls when I seen him lose to Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl, and I seen him lose an AFC Championship game, is he's pressured real heavy. And I think Andy's seeing our weakness, and he's going to try to lean on the run a little bit with Pacheco too, to take some of that pressure off Mahomes when he can play out of play action with Travis Kelce.
No.
If we get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, I want y'all to hear it here first. He will rattle, he will shake, and he will break.
Hey, can I interject real fast?
Okay.
That Super Bowl, I'm just you probably forgot, so I'm just gonna bring it back to your memory. That Super Bowl with Tampa, his offensive line was in shambles. They was patched up basically, and Tampa was able to get to him only rushing 4 linemen. Cause that's how bad their offensive line was. Cause I think a couple of their players had got hurt, and they was basically, they was patching it up. So he was on the run for the game. The whole game he was on the run. That ain't the case this year. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the case this year. That offensive line ain't like how it was against Tampa Bay. That's all I want to chime in and say. That's it.
Okay, so even speaking on that, that's going back to the point where I was speaking on. If Andy relies on Pacheco to push up more, that's going to be more of a strength for them because we got to fix that run. But as far as pass defense, we rush 4. That's what make us strong. Bo's on one side, Young on the other side, Hargrave and Daniels in the middle. That's the best fucking foe that's gonna come at you in football. So that line got to hold up against them. And when we send the extra blitz, we play the middle of the field better than anybody. Fred Warner's the best middle linebacker in the game this year by far. Yeah, I know his line's revamped. They do have 2 injuries on their line. I think they can help us, but
Yeah, they sure do. They got a major injury. Oh man, you're
yeah,
right. I
that's
forgot
what I'm
about that.
saying. Yeah,
They do
so
have
I
a
think
major
they should
injury on the
help us.
line.
But again, if we can't get pressure on them, Mahomes, it's gonna be a long day for us. That's the key to our success of winning. And best believe that Kyle Shanahan knows it. Best believe that Steve Wilkes knows it. And they're sitting up there coming up with a scheme strictly for him, the same way they're coming up with a scheme for Purdy. But both of their legs are so dynamic. It's almost like looking in the mirror. Here's my whole thing. 4 years ago, this is the rematch from 4 years ago.
Damn it, that long ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Damn.
They had their guy then. We didn't have our guy then. We got our guy now. I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. Like I said, the guy got 5 losses in 2 years. I feel a lot. It makes you feel better to know that your quarterback could win it even when your defense can't stop nobody. We were up by 10 points on these people in the fourth quarter. How do you lose that? I felt like the Falcons. Like it gets.
Hey man, stop being disrespectful, man.
How do you lose that game?
Disrespectful, man.
No, I'm just saying, up by 10 in the fourth quarter, you get the ball back. You got to go score 2. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got to do something. You can't just manage it at that point and expect them not to score no more. You get what I'm saying? We were up by. It's not going to be the case this time. We're going to put that fuck.
Hey, look. Hey, I'm gonna tell you my answer for Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like the guy ain't got no weakness, man. I believe the best bet, the best con for him is for his receivers to turn into what they was for the majority of the year, and got them playing hot potato with the goddamn football and dropping the ball.
That wasn't how they lost all those games. They lost their first game of the year to Detroit, the team we just beat 21-20, right? That was their season opener at home the night they got their rings, right?
You got a lot of passes that game.
They went back and beat Jacksonville. I was at that game that night. Yeah, I'm looking at the games that Mahomes quarterback and they lost. Like the Eagles.
Receivers dropping the ball, man.
The Eagles.
I know you watch. You know that's been a story all year long, man. The receivers dropping them balls.
They dropped the ball in that Buffalo game, and they dropped the ball in that what's the name game, that Eagles game. But the Packers game, you know, the Packers blitzed them too on that 7-game win streak. The Packers on that team that we just came back and beat up. Yeah, the Packers blitzed them too. Blitzed them and made them look real bad that game. They beat them 27-19.
Hey, what the Ravens?
Let me see what the box score was for that game. Patrick Mahomes quarterback rating for that game 51.3.
And that's 21 for 33 passes and stuff. Don't
interception. He was sacked 3 times for 21. Like I say, you get to hitting that man. He almost come like Tom Brady. They don't like it. One thing I can say about Purdy more than Mahomes, this one I'm gonna give to Purdy over Mahomes. This is the biggest pro right here that I get a Purdy over Mahomes. He could take a hit. And I'm talking about, did you see them hits he was taking in the helmet last week? How nigga was drilling them into the ground. And he got right. He gonna take a hit and keep playing. Yeah, a little bit tougher. Patrick gonna be limping and all this other shit, and like he just Patrick start acting now. Patrick start acting now. Go get his State Farm insurance guy. Go get Jake. Go get Jake. That's who he gonna need on Sunday. He gonna need Jake from State Farm, baby.
All right, guys. All right. Back to the NFL. NBA. Excuse me. Back to the NBA. The Embiid injury. He's the lead player for the NBA MVP. But with this injury, I think you have to have 65 games. It's a new rule that you have to play at least 65 games to qualify.
To get awards, yeah.
To get an award. So do you feel like Philadelphia rushed him coming back? And how do you feel about the new rule? Pooster.
It was always like 60 games. It's always been a minimum. I think they just upped it to 5 more games or something like that. But it's always been.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, this just like for NFL. you can't miss more than 3 games and win the MVP. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like they want you there. It's only 17 games now, but it was only 16 at the time in the NFL. Now it's 82 games in the NBA, right? So
Do you agree with it? You agree with it though?
17 games. It used to be you could miss no more than 60. I think it used to be a quarter of the season, and I think they were saying that was too much because you play 82 games to miss a whole quarter and still get an MVP award. Yeah, I agree with them on that. I think they made a better rule. You feel me? Like how are you going to?
If they went up 5, that helps the players, right?
No, that helps. That helps.
Nah, he probably meant that. He said it went up 5, but he probably meant the other.
Meant they went because it was at 60 games and they went up to 65 now. What I'm saying. So
okay. They gotta play 65. Okay,
you get what I'm saying? So like before you could miss a whole quarter of a season, I don't think that's fair for the guys who didn't train to put in. And here it is, you might be a point below me on
quarter of a season, 20 games.
Yeah, huh?
Quarter of a season, 20 games.
Right. So if you only had to play 60 before, that means you'd have missed 22 games. You'd have missed damn near quarter of a season. Yeah. And you can still go out there and win the MVP. That's unfair for me. If I didn't play all 70-some games, or not even 82, but I played 70-some or 82.
But what if you play all 70-some games or whatever? Let's just say let's just say AD. You know, we know he ain't gonna do it. But let's just say AD play all them games. He's averaging 24, 8, and 7. But then you got Embiid who misses the threshold by 2-3 games, but he's giving you 35, 12, and 4. Come on, man.
No, I feel that it's right.
And let's just say AD was right on that threshold number. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say he played 63 games. So he barely missed it, but I think
they'll give it to the other player. Not neither one of them. I think they're gonna look at whoever else. They're gonna look at whoever else was next and play 75 games. That might be 23, 7, and 6. You get what I'm saying? And that team got to win.
Yeah, but in that scenario, man, that's why I don't.
That because it's never gonna be, man. Because it's never gonna be 1 or 2 players for. It's gonna always be 3, 4 on the list. But that's why they had that list like that. You gotta be there. How am I gonna miss a quarter of a season? But I put up 2 more points than you, 3 more. But you played 10 more games that you made your body available. Your average might have dropped a little bit below mine during those 10 more games. But you was there in those 10 more games. You had to play them. I didn't. So how can I come on to get an award for you than went out here and worked harder than me?
But look, though, I said the threshold. Let's just say you play 63 games and I missed. And if it's 75, let's just say I missed 2 games, so I'm 67. You ain't played 10 more games than me. We right on the line.
I don't never think it's gonna get like that. I don't never think because we got
those are the rules, Drew.
You know what I'm saying? I don't never think it's gonna be 2 players that close on the threshold going for no MVP. Right now, Embiid, to me, right now, they said Embiid wasn't even the front runner until he hit the 74 game. Everybody, if you Google right now, who's the front runner? Joker's the front runner again right now.
Google that right now. I bet you, man. The man averaging 35 points a game. Joker ain't averaging that.
A Joker damn averaging triple double. What damn near 30? I don't know about that, man. NBA MVP front runner.
Yeah, Google that real quick. Embiid, man.
Here we go. Joker again. Here we go. You want to see it?
You said Joel Embiid. I heard you.
Joker again, week by week. And they got it week by week.
All right, the one I see it says Embiid still tops the MVP ladder, notching 41 points.
The one I see say right here. If y'all, I'm gonna put it right here so y'all can see it. First,
what date that is? Hold on. See what your date is, Drew. This shit might be from last year.
No, they do it week by week. We're on week 14 right now. Okay,
right,
so yeah.
All right, so the one I got,
it's a beat.
Yeah, so you see it. Yeah, you got to read a little bit more.
It's a beat, thank you.
Week 14, week 14, yep. Exactly. Joker number 2.
Exactly.
Joker number 2.
So So that's all I'm saying. That's the only reason
And
why
let me
I
see what
disagree with
Joker's
it.
number
It's
is.
gonna come. It may not happen this year, but it will be a scenario where that happens.
I don't think so.
All right, guys. KD returning to the big town Brooklyn Zoo. What should we expect from KD, man? Is he gonna go off, or is he gonna be a bust? And the Nuggets are on the road to play the Thunder. Who is the underdog and who gets the wins? And after that, we will go right into Juice Jukes on the 3-leg parlay, man. We got about 10 more minutes, guys. Let's get to it.
Okay, man.
Right.
Well, the second game, I think the Joker ain't playing, so it's a wrap. Game plan. The Thunder should win that one. As for me, what I'm expecting from KD, a normal game. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, he didn't really leave Brooklyn on a real sour note. So I'm just gonna say a typical KD game, 25, 6, 4. What you
I
think?
think that crowd gonna be to him though.
They gonna boo him. Shit out on him. Ain't gonna be no tribute video. They said they was thinking about giving one KD like, man, I want that shit. They gonna boo him.
KD ain't the KD to win the scene for a long time.
Because he got
KD
Booker too, though.
Both of them, number 5, number 6 in scoring. When we was talking about the numbers, it just made me look it up. And B's number 1, of course. When I thought Joker was number 2 in scoring behind him, he's not. It's Luka. Luka's
Luka Magic.
34.7. He's averaging 34.7, and B's averaging 35.3. But Kevin Durant is at 28.3 points. He's number 6, second best player on his team behind Devin Booker. He's not the leader no more. How we was just talking about Steph deferred for him to be the leader. I don't never really think he got all the way back healthy, guys. I don't never think he became that dominant player again. When he went to Brooklyn last time, it was such high expectations. I wouldn't have seen him play 2021 season out here, not last year, the year before. So I seen him play the last year, all of them still together. Him, James Harden, Kyrie. LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, like they had a all-star team. You get what I'm saying?
They had a squad.
They really underperformed. So hell no, them niggas in Brooklyn remember that. They remember that underperformance. The New Yorkers, you think they forget? They like hell no, nigga, you don't get your motherfucking ass from up here. You think they forget? They ain't got no love for KD in Brooklyn. Like you gonna see it tonight. No love. He promised them something when he left Golden State, and he went there and he left. You get what I'm saying? Like so, yeah. No love for KD.
Do you feel that maybe the Brooklyn fans feel betrayed by KD?
I do. Like I say, you promised me something, almost like Lamar Jackson promised the Ravens a Super Bowl, but next year he go sign with the Cowboys because Jerry Jones give him better money. He'll never be able to step in Baltimore again and be accepted. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's almost like what that was with KD. Like, even though he didn't leave it on his own free will as a free agency, I think the whole city and everything was just tired of him. That's why they traded him. You don't trade a guy that you don't trade a guy that you need. Like, you don't trade LeBron, you don't trade AD, you don't trade KD unless you just don't need him.
All right, man.
They're very unhappy.
And what about the Nuggets on the road tonight against the Thunder? Who you like?
I like the Nuggets. Speaking of Joel, the MVP again this year,
Hold on. You know the Joker ain't playing, right?
No, he ain't playing.
You know the Joker ain't playing, right?
I know it.
You still like him?
Against Shotton.
I'm sorry.
I like him. I'm sorry. I like him against Shotton, and it's a good pick. But speaking of Joker, 26.3. 26.3. Check this out. 12.1 rebound, 9 assists. So remember I said the guy's damn near averaging a triple-double? I wasn't just talking. Man's a walking triple-double, man.
How many rebounds Embiid averaging?
Embiid got 11 and 5 assists. So
he off on assists, but
assists.
He's making up for his points.
Assists are points. Because that means somebody's scoring when I get them that assist. He
damn near scoring 10 more points than Joker, though.
No, he's scoring 9 more. But them assists.
I said damn near 10, Juice.
Okay. So I get an extra rebound and 4 more assists. I get an extra rebound and 4 more assists. Even if I get that assist, a 3-point shot and 4 and 3 2-point shot. That's still the 9. You cover right there, and they got an extra rebound, so I'm more offensively productive than you are.
Okay, man.
All right, man.
Okay.
It's time for Juice Jukes, man, on the 3-leg parlay, man. What you got?
All right,
man?
here we go. I already gave you one of them. A lot of people not gonna like it.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
OKC -5.5 tonight. I'm taking the Nuggets. Head up.
You taking a
Head up. Money line.
Wow.
Taking the Nuggets money line tonight.
So you taking the Nuggets?
Hey, man, don't do our people like that, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nuggets money line tonight.
Go ahead.
I'm taking Minnesota -12.5 tonight.
Damn. Who they play again?
Dallas.
Okay.
Everybody out.
Okay.
Kyrie, Luka, everybody out.
Yeah, everybody out. Okay.
Everybody out. And them Bucks, man, with their new head coach, Doc Rivers, to go to Portland and get it done by them 10.5.
And it's Dame first time going back to Portland, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Show tonight. It's going to be a show tonight.
Yes,
now,
sir.
that's who's going to get the love. You're saying how fans going to treat them? Portland going to throw a homecoming for Dame tonight. They going to have something special out there for that boy.
What? You said Portland? You said Portland on what?
Throw a homecoming for Dame tonight.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna do like a lot of tributes to him.
Yeah,
how many years he was in Portland?
About 7-8 years. Let me see. He was out there about 7-8 years.
That's it. He's not running more than that.
He had a good
I didn't
run.
think he was in the league longer than that. Let me see.
Yeah, probably about 11 or 12.
Damn, he's been in the league that long, bro.
Yeah, he in his 30s, ain't it?
33.
Yeah. I know he should be in over 10.
Because his whole career was in Portland.
Yeah, his whole career.
It feel like it.
Yeah, it feel. He came in 2012. This is the 11th year in the league.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
He must have college all the damn time.
So yeah, they're gonna do a big tribute tonight.
Hold on. 11. He came in 2012.
7, 8, 9,
Yeah, 2012.
This is 12th year right here.
Okay, and he been what you call it? Yes, you right about 11 there still.
Yeah, he did 11 years in Portland. Not just counting them up. He did 11 years in Portland.
Okay.
So yeah, they're definitely gonna have a tribute for him tonight.
So Juice Jukes is the Nuggets straight up, Minnesota -12, Milwaukee +10.
Milwaukee.
And what is that? What is that?
Minus
Plus
10.
what? I know that's a plus something.
Minnesota was -2, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm about to put that in here right now. Put
it in. I want to see that number there. That got to be like a plus. I know that got to be a plus 800, plus 900, something crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be something crazy, and I love it. I love it when it be like that. So I'm gonna do Minnesota -12. I'm gonna do Nuggets head up, and I'm doing Milwaukee minus. Oh, it's plus 1,200. 100 bring me back. No, sorry. Plus 859.
100 bring you 1,300.
He says play 8-5.
100 bring me back 959.
Ooh, man. Good luck, man. Hey, you gotta start.
I dare you to match that button. I
might take them 5.5. I'm gonna see what it is with them 5.5. I'm gonna see.
Hey, look, man. Hey, you gotta make sure you keep your receipts so when we come back and get you back on the show, man, you can let us know how you do, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, that man ain't finna make that bet. He ain't crazy.
So he ain't finna make it.
Man, hell no. He ain't crazy. He a gambler like me. He ain't crazy.
Hey guys, we are finna get off of this thing, man. But I want you guys, man. I want you guys to stay on so we can get your recording.
Yes,
so
sir.
that just take a second to just let your phone just stay on the app or whatever. But appreciate you, man. This is another one in the box, man. We're gonna take these picks, try to get these picks out there. Hope you make somebody some money. You didn't have no picks today, bro.
You know what? I did. I got a 3-game same game parlay. I had the Bucks. I had Dame to get over. What it was? I want to say over 25 points, and I had Dame making over 3.5 threes, which means you need to make 4. And I think it was like a plus 500. If you want to, Drew, you can type it in, see how much it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I call it the Dame ticket.
Dame ticket. You got a lot of
Got the
faith in
Bucks
Dame.
covering.
The Dame might go to, but okay. So you feel like since it's gonna get the love, it's gonna be a warm. It's not gonna be hostile. So it's gonna feel like a home game to him.
He's
That's
in
what
familiar,
yeah.
exactly, familiar territory. He want
Just
to put on
plus
his own first brand.
475. That in the back, like you say, plus 500. You feel?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So I guess when the number is lower, the risk is lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the
That's
odds,
Anything plus.
when they don't think it's something that,
Yeah.
when they think it's something that's gonna happen, the odds are lower. When they think it's something that's not possible to happen, they give you higher odds.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
That's why that plus 850 goddamn. Ooh.
But they don't think that Denver's gonna win on the road tonight. But I think Aaron Gordon, Caldwell Pope, and the rest of the boys, the rest of the band gonna show up. Joker gotta take a seat.
KCP,
Jamal Murray.
come on, man.
Jamal
KCP
Murray.
put up 8 points a game.
Hey man, y'all boys
Jamal
call each
Murray.
other, man. We are at the 1 hour mark, man.
All right, my brother.
Hit him on the phone. Hit him on the phone, man. All right, man.
man.
And this is the Bro versus Broadcast on CGY Sports. We're out.